Hello class, welcome to today's yoga. It's going to be a short yet high intensity session, so make sure you got some water and a towel next to you. We're going to begin here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Shut your eyes and get your body tight and grounded, connected with the floor. Just feel your breath and prepare yourself to move today. Let's get our arms overhead on the inhale. Hold and reach for a moment. Get a nice stretch as you reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale and lower down into forward fold. These first couple movements are going to be a bit longer than the rest, just to get loose, get our muscles warm. You can add some movement with the hip sway if you want. And let's come up to halfway lift on the next inhale. Exhale back into forward fold, Uttanasana. And then inhale and stand all the way up, and then lift your arms overhead. Exhale back into Uttanasana. Come up to halfway lift, back into Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Uttanasana. And then stand all the way back up. Lift your arms overhead on the next inhale. Exhale down in Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Uttanasana. And then we're going to come to the hip hinge and rotation pose. So we're going to twist and rotate to the left side to begin. Make sure your hands are together and that you're rotated and twisted to the left, looking up towards the ceiling. Rotate to the right now, placing your left elbow on your right thigh. Like I said, we're moving fast today. Come back to center and then twist over to the left side again for a second set. Back to the right side, twisting for a second set. Back to center and into forward bend, Uttanasana. And we're going to go into Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskara, pretty soon. And let's come to the push-up position. Lower down into Chaturanga. Push into upward facing dog. Arch your back. And make sure to look up while your shoulders are pulled back and down. Now shoot your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bicycling your feet individually up and down. Now drop both heels at the same time and then work your hands and feet together little by little. Make sure you're pressing your head through the space in between your arms. Continue to hold. Then step or jump forward into Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Uttanasana, and then stand all the way back up. Let's get ready for the second set here. Remember, if you need to rest at any time, you can do so. Take your time and just rest in child's pose. And when you're ready to resume, you can. Now we're in push-up position, lowered into Chaturanga. Push into upward facing dog. Make sure your arms are strong and that your back is arched. You're looking up slightly and your shoulders are pulled back and down. And then shoot the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bicycling the feet. And then drop both heels. Step or jump forward into Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Uttanasana, stand all the way up. Flowing right into the third set, the last one here. Uttanasana, halfway lift, another Uttanasana, push-up position, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, same cues. Downward facing dog. Try to stay connected with your breath, even if you're feeling fatigued and your muscles are tired right now. Step or jump forward, Uttanasana, halfway lift, Uttanasana, and then stand all the way back up. Now let's get ready for the Virabhadrasana series. Right leg forward, left leg back. You know the setup for this. Lean forward, and let's come to Warrior One when our hips are squared up forward. Warrior Two. Triangle pose. Make sure that left or the right knee is locked out and that you're leaning over and the left arm is pointed up towards the ceiling. Bent triangle pose. And now bend the front knee and drop your left arm over your head. Warrior One. Warrior Two. And then step forward, bring your feet together. Let's switch sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. Hips squared up forward, leaning onto that front leg, and then coming to Warrior One. Warrior 2. Triangle pose. Locking out that front leg, leaning over and reaching up with the right arm towards the ceiling. Bent triangle pose. Make sure you're pulling that right shoulder back in bent triangle pose. Let's come to Warrior 1 now. Warrior 2. Step forward and let's work our way down towards our mats and the floor. Coming into Vajrasana, saddle pose. Don't just sit back onto our heels. Taking a moment to rest, recover, and transition into the easier part of today's yoga. Just lift our arms overhead and dive into child's pose. We're going to be here in the middle for a little while, and then we're going to move into a side bend in a little bit. So just hang out here. Make sure your forehead is resting on the floor or the mat. Let's be really aware of our body and all of the sensations associated with it right now. Now that our bodies are recovering and we're getting our breath back a little bit from the more strenuous movements in this session, just really pay attention to what your body is telling you. And then let's move into that bent side angle here to the left side right now. And you can place your left hand on top of your right hand as you bend to the left. Continuing to pay attention to our bodies. Just using the awareness that's already there and that you already know about. The clouds just have to clear for you to actually have it available. Because it is always available. Let's come back to center and then move over to the right, bending to that side. You can place your right hand on top of your left. Awareness being aware of itself from awareness. What does that mean to you? Let's move back to the middle, taking a moment in regular child's pose. And let's come out of that and get ready for some cat-cows, hands and knees in the tabletop position to start. When you're ready, you can round your back on the inhale for a cat, move into cow. We're moving quite quickly here. Arch and round, arch, round, arch, cat, cow, cat, cow, round, arch, round, arch, round, arch, then come back to the neutral position. Now we have pigeon pose, starting with the right leg crossed in front. Left leg shoots back as straight as possible. Using our arms as support, lower your body down towards the ground. And switch legs. Cross the left in front. And then lower your body down when you're ready. Now let's come out of pigeon pose and relax. Come to a seated posture or lying down. And you can get ready for the guided meditation in the Waking Up app. This is going to be the intro course day 21. So we're getting towards the end of the intro course here. You're almost done with it. And when you're ready, you can begin.